Electric vehicles technology is accelerating at a rapid pace in surprising ways that EVs are being used for more than just getting from point A to point B. At this year's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Kia America is showing a game-changing innovation for electric vehicles through its 2024 EV9. And to talk more about this is James Bell. He's the head of corporate communications at Kia America. Thanks so much for joining me today. Good morning, James. Welcome.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having us on. It's pretty exciting to get a glimpse into the future, and Kia's here to give you just that.
Absolutely, and it's so exciting to hear that you guys have built a house at CES. So talk to us about that, James.
Yeah, so I've had people saying to me, okay, you're a car company, you're at CES, which is a, look into the future, and you've built a house. How does this all come together? And the way it does is actually quite simple. Today, if you buy an electric vehicle, the electricity kind of goes one direction. From the utility company to your home, into your vehicle, and then obviously you use that to drive down the road. What we're looking at is a future that's bi-directional. So I plug my car in, I'm now connected in a communicative way between my car, my home, and the utilities. So then let's say there's going to be a power outage or a storm or something like that. Utility company shuts down their power. My house will then communicate with my car, and the electricity from my car will go back into my house to keep the lights on, to keep the refrigerator running so the food doesn't perish, for keeping the heater or the air conditioning running. Now, this can't be a long-term solution, obviously, because the batteries will eventually wear out, but it can be used to really solve some kind of perilous moments, especially when storms come through. So the idea of electrification for transportation is so much more than just to go from point A to point B. It's now a way to really amplify your life and keep your family safe.
Now, you touched on this a little bit, but James, can an electric car really power a house?
It can. Now, within reason. You can't run every TV in your house. That would be pretty inefficient. You can't turn on every light. You can't, make it too cold in the house with the air conditioning. You have to be smart about it. But yes, essentially an electric vehicle is really just a huge battery pack suspended by 4 tires. And so there is electricity that can be used. You want to be efficient to make sure you can use the car as transportation if you need to. But, in those moments of emergency or kind of transition, it can be a great way to kind of fill that gap.
And you talk about using this for storms, which is great, but what are other situations when a consumer would actually, want to use the vehicle to power their home?
Yeah, well, I think the side that we're actually seeing quite a bit with people who are buying our Kia EV6 and our new Kia EV9 SUV is using that power from the battery pack in the car as a way to amplify, lots of fun activities. It's not just about when storms are coming through or blackouts or something, which is a little more negative. Let's say you're going camping and you want to fill up the air mattresses because the kids are getting ready to go to sleep. You can use the power in the EV to charge or to fill up those mattresses. Maybe you're going to set up a little home theater, if you will, out in the middle of the woods. That sounds like a lot of fun. You can use the power within the EV again to run those systems. So yeah, it's kind of a new way of looking at electric vehicles to be much more than just a way to move down the road and do it efficiently. It's now using that same battery pack that's resident in your electric vehicle to run your life.
All right, got it. And I know you guys have the EV9 on display, James, but what are some other vehicles that you have at CES this year that you can tell us more about?
Yeah, great. So we have the EV6 here, which is also a North American Utility of the Year winner in 2023. It's here charging and running some camping activities, like I just mentioned. But this being CES, we always have to show a good look into the future. And I have 2 concept vehicles here, the EV3 and the EV4, which, well, if you'd promise not to tell anybody, will be future vehicles in the Kia lineup probably over the next year or 2. And so again, we wanted to use this venue. Everybody who comes to CES is really chronicling and wanting to give that look into the future. And Kia is really, really aggressively driving that forward.
This is so awesome, so neat. Thank you so much, James, for coming on the show. Tell us where the viewers should go for more information.
Oh yes, that's super easy. Please go to kia.com, and there you'll find not only all the information about all of our electric vehicles and our gasoline-powered vehicles as well, but also a great glimpse into everything we're doing here at CES with great videos and photos. it's all about driving the future forward. And I'm really proud of the fact that Kia is one of the great engines and electrified methods to get that future here today.
Fantastic. We'll have that website appearing below. Thank you so much, James, for your time. Have a great one. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.